is the middle of the month, literally the middle of the month. Is June 16th, and I have yet to do my quarter four, and I have yet to do my quarter 3 / mid-year reset. I have been so busy with markets and just work and prep, and life has been lifing, and I didn't get to do my mid-year reset at the beginning of the month like I usually do, so we're doing it in the middle of the month, which better late than never. You know, we're getting right to things today. I have a huge list of things I need to get done for this reset video, but I also have a good amount of things I need to get done today. So we're actually gonna first start with packaging up some orders, but I need to grab my market bins. So in order for me to pack the orders, I need to unpack the market stock bin. So we're gonna do that first, hopefully get that done before I have to leave in about 45 minutes to go and get my toes done and do groceries and also get something at Michael's. To go get my pedicure. I'm running late, so that's nice. I hate being late, but I really wanted to package up all of those orders before I left, that way I could drop them off while I'm out, because I have a couple of things to do today for errands. So that's a bit annoying, but anyway, we're gonna be on time anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's so much later in the day because when I got back from my outing, I first of all had to pee so bad that when I got in, I just dropped everything and I went to the bathroom. But then after that, I unpacked the trolley that I brought upstairs, and then I packed away the groceries. I got started on marinating the chicken for dinner because I like to have my chicken marinated for at least an hour before I actually cook with it. So I marinated that when I got in, and then what did I even do? I think I've just been working on work stuff today, so that's why I haven't filmed much now, but I'm about to make dinner. And then I want to put together my TBR cart. I didn't really want to start with the book stuff right now, but like I can only think about getting my TBR cart set up. So I want to do that. Plus I have so many books I have to read on my physical shelf, and I kind of said to myself that like I'm not allowed to go to Indigo until I start reading some more physical books, because right now I'm just like on an audiobook and Kindle kick, and I'm reading books I don't even have. So like I need to get through some of the books on my actual bookshelf before I start buying more books, and I have been yearning to go to Indigo, so this is exactly what I needed to push myself to read more this summer. There's like just very little things in my life that bring me immense joy, and it's always like the smallest things. Today or this week, it's my TBR cart, and I can't wait. I've been seeing it everywhere. I've always wanted one, but then I sold my rolling cart, and now I'm like, now I just bought a whole brand new one. I shouldn't have sold it. I finished having dinner and feeding the cats. Now it's TBR cart time. I'm so excited to build this TBR cart. I'm so excited. I hope this doesn't take too long to put together. Plus these scissors cut like butter, by the way. I don't know why I didn't buy new scissors for the longest time. Like, why tape and glue box? All of the fans in my house are going off because it's so warm outside. But I finished setting her up. I'm gonna get my decorations and I'm gonna start putting the books on here, but I'm gonna film it for short form content. So I'm gonna try to get some angles for you guys, but I'm gonna film like a filling my TBR cart video. I'm so excited. I'm going to finish putting books back on my shelf from my other bookshelf that is in my room. But for now, I'm gonna dust my books because I do not do this often enough. And Magnolia Park, she's dusty, okay? This series has my heart. And I'm gonna put it on the shelf, the main shelf, where she belongs to be shown off. So I'm gonna do that now. I have so many books, like taking off the books I haven't read yet and putting them on the cart didn't free up as much space as I thought because I have so many books. So all these books are gonna go back on the shelf and I'm gonna be faced with another problem once again, is that I don't have enough space. So anyway. There are some books that I would like to unhaul because I know I'm never going to reread them and I'm never going to finish them. That being the Laurie Gilmore books and also this book. I read this like 4 years ago. No, more than that. 6 years ago. I don't know. I was like 17. This was the first book I read in one sitting. I have no idea where I got this from or why I got this and why I wanted to read a Tiffany Haddish biography or autobiography or whatever. It was really good. She's super funny and I loved reading about her like life, and I actually thought like it was funny. But I don't want this book and I don't need it and I'm not keeping it. So I'm gonna put this in a little library. Hopefully I can find one. I think there is one where I get my cats groomed. So I'm gonna check on Google Maps and see and give this to somebody who would love to read it. I don't think I highlighted anything anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, I did. Why? Beats me. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my TBR cart video because I want to decorate the top of it with some annotation stuff and get them out of my office drawer because no use being there. It is June 27th. I've been filming this reset video for what feels like 3 weeks now. It is time for us to officially reset. I am still in like my home / cleaning clothes, and then I'm gonna get ready for the day after we finish the cleaning portion. I need to fold my laundry and clean out my closet. It is so scary. So that's what we're gonna start with first, and I don't wanna dilly-dally too much. I just need to get started. So let's put away the laundry and clean out my closet because it's actually scary. I'm like super tired and feeling so sluggish today, but I am determined on getting this house clean and feeling reset because I know I'm gonna feel so much better if I just thug it out and do it. Even though I'm feeling so, I don't know, I'm just feeling like I'm walking around and I just feel so heavy. But like I don't know, I just feel really sluggish today. It could be the weather. I am going to sit here and reorganize my desktop because the way that my entire desktop is sending me into outer space, because I don't know what's going on here. Just collecting screenshots at this point, like it's going out of style. So I'm gonna sit down and kind of go through my desktop. I want to kind of add more little emojis for the file folders because I started doing that at the beginning of the year and then I just stopped. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do all of that, and then I'll show you guys what I did after, because I don't want to, if I walk you guys through while I'm doing it, it's gonna take forever. So I'm gonna clean it up and then I'm gonna give you guys like a little desktop tour, because I also want to change my vision board and import photos that I've actually accomplished and replace them in the vision board. So I'm gonna do both of those, and then we're gonna go through my desktop / vision board section. Okay, I've been sitting here for way too long. I need to switch up where I am because I have been just nonstop thinking about doing my reading journal since it's been so long since I've updated it, because I used to do monthly reset videos, but those got way too much for me, so I switched to doing quarterly reset videos. And since doing that, I have not updated my reading journal since then. So the next thing I'm gonna do is do my reading journal, but I wanna go over my vision board. So a couple of months ago, I was thinking about how some of the things on my vision board have actually manifested itself. Well, I worked hard for them and, you know, manifested themselves, whatever you want to say. And I was like, why don't I start to replace the photos on my vision board that I had as inspiration with real photos as I complete everything, or like take photos in that same vibe, you know? So I went ahead and did that. I actually realized that the vision board I have in my office and the one I have on my laptop are slightly different, so I had to rearrange some stuff. But let's take a look at our vision board. I'm gonna move the camera over so that I'm on the side. But it's so amazing. So this is what my vision board looked like before. It is very cute. I made it aesthetic to still kind of fit the vibe of my office, but I wanted it to also be like realistic and have things that I actually genuinely wanted to accomplish, because that's the whole point of a vision board for me, is to put things and like a vibe and a lifestyle that I want to emulate, and doing that with photos I find online. So I have some sections of my vision board. So the top right hand section is more like sewing, bookish, cutesy, slowing down more, learning to make different products and have like a cozy, cute aesthetic workspace. Then like the bottom right is very like bookish, scrapbook, book journal focused. The left hand, or the bottom left hand corner, is small business related, order related, my office space, content creation, trying to take that and doing more with it. Then the top left hand corner is some like things with my relationship, going on vacation, some coloring stuff, and then I obviously have some other things like a YouTube play button, and then some like, you know, quotes and stuff. So looking at my vision board now, the one thing that I had on my physical vision board, I'll put a picture here, was a new car. That was something that I did put on my vision board, but I forgot to put it on this vision board that I made for my computer, because I just made two different ones. And so I did end up getting a new car. If you guys missed it, I got my dream car, which is so crazy to say. I got my dream car and I'm only 22. So I'm like still in shock. I don't really quite feel like it's fully mine. I feel like it's just a rental car, but it's mine. So I did get a new car. I'm very happy about that. I've also done a lot more coloring. So I updated the coloring picture with one of my own coloring book and markers. Then the bottom left-hand corner, I replaced the stack of orders with my own stack of orders, which we had one of my most successful collections to date back in January, or like beginning of February, which was the Pinks and Pages collection. I think I had over like 55 orders on like launch weekend, which was insane. And then I also recently had a pretty successful, I don't know if it was a launch, actually I think it was a launch, a pretty successful spring launch where I took a photo of me holding all of the order receipts to replace a photo that I had there before. Then I replaced the bookshelf photo with my own aesthetic bookshelf. I've always wanted like the Billy bookshelf with all of my like colorful books on there, so I replaced that photo. Then actually at the top kind of middle part, I had a photo of like a sewing machine with some stuff around it. I replaced that with my own photo of my sewing machine and stuff. And then I also replaced, it was like a girl scrapbooking on her bed. I don't actually have a picture of me scrapbooking. Maybe I can take that at some point. But I just replaced it with a photo of one of my book journal spreads because I've been leaning more into scrapbooking. I definitely have not done it in a while, but it is something that I did start doing this year and I'm very proud of myself because it's been so fun. So yeah. Oh, and I replaced a photo of some cooking stuff with a photo of me like having my cooking spread. So far so good. I definitely want to take more stuff from this vision board and do it, like baking and going on a trip and taking more into my fitness and really getting more into like sewing clothes and stuff, because that's what I really want to get into this year. But we are already midway through 2025 and it feels like the time's going by too fast. So there's that. I also reorganized my entire desktop. I showed you guys kind of like the speed up clips of me doing it. I did not know that you could add widgets on your desktop wallpaper. So I added myself some widgets. I added a Notion widget, an order counter widget, which I have no idea what that number is. Oh, that's how many orders I have. Duh. Okay. And then I added a little date widget, and then I added little cute Canva graphics for all of my folders. I love doing that. It's super simple. Basically, all you do is you find the graphic that you want and you save it to your computer, open it up in one window, and then you can do Command C to copy or just right click and copy it. And then go on to whatever folder you want to replace the folder image for, right click on the blue folder and click get info. And then there's going to be like a little small blue folder icon, and not the one at the bottom, but the one at the top left hand corner. Click on it so that it's outlined, and then Command V, which will paste it. And there you go. You have a cute new folder icon. You can also look up a video tutorial that will be way better than I can explain it, but I love doing this. It just makes my desktop look so much cuter than having those ugly blue icons everywhere. So I love doing it, but that's it. I also revamped my phone. There wasn't really much for me to do because I do pretty much use everything that I have on my phone, especially because this is like my main phone, but I edited some of my widgets and I updated the photo of my cats because I had such an old photo of them. I think it was like when they were like 1. So I updated a photo with them recently, and I changed my background to a more vibrant summery wallpaper, and then I also updated a photo of my brother and I, but I won't show you guys too quick because he does not like to be put on social media. But there's that, and I also added some little widgets on my home screen as well. I added a little Shopify widget, I added a Fable widget, and I just rearranged some of the apps that I use on a frequent basis. Like this bottom part, I had like WhatsApp and stuff, which I don't even use. So I put Pinterest, Errands, and Spotify because those I use all the time. And I also find that if I move around my apps too much, I start clicking on random apps because I get very used to where my apps are. So I don't tend to mess around with my phone too much. But that, oh, and I also cleaned out my downloads folder on my computer because that's something that was just been hoarding stuff and I needed to clean that out so badly. I am going to get started on my book journal. I'm so excited. We're going to move into my office so that I can actually get started on getting all the photos and stuff I need to be printed out on sticker paper, and then we're going to get started with my book journal. I have no idea what I want to do. I think I'm going to look up some Pinterest inspiration, but we're going to get to book journaling because this is so fun, and then I guess we can talk about the books I read after the book journal. I realized after I finished all the pages that I forgot to add one book on here, but it's fine. I'll add it somewhere else. And I actually think this is super cute. I kind of made this page more simple and I tried to add more like stuff because I haven't read that much, but this is what the pages turned out like. I don't know, they turned out really cute. I tried to go with a theme, so I did like green and purple and blue on this side, and then I did yellow and orange on this side. I matched the washi tapes. This one is from Chat Papier, which is a small business based out of Montreal, and then this is from Wintermelon Shop, and I thought these were so cute. And I also used some stickers from Chat Papier as well, and then these are some of Tova's Reborn Club stickers that I put on here. And I love when I have more books on here, so definitely need to get my reading game up. I may have one more book to add to this. That's why I said it's okay if I forgot to add Wildside to my March spread here, because I'm currently reading Till Summer Do Us Part, and I feel like I'm gonna finish it this weekend, and that will be counted as a June book, but we'll see. So far I read 2 books in June, 2 books in May, 1 book in April, and 2 books in March. It hasn't been very good for reading, and honestly I've done so much more reading and listening than I have physical books. That's why I created my TBR cart, because I need to get books off my TBR cart and onto the finished shelf. But we can quickly go over what the books I read in the past couple of months, because I haven't talked about them very much. But I read Beautiful Ugly in March, and that was a very good book. I actually remember where I finished it. I was at the hair salon, and I thought it was a really good thriller. It's like a summer camp type of thriller where it's like a whodidit type of thing. I rated it at 3 stars. I thought it was pretty good. I always suck at doing synopsises of books if I don't write things down, and I have nothing written down for these, so I'm just going off my brain. Then I also read Wildside, which I rated it at 3. I think I'm gonna, I guess I rated it at 5 stars on Goodreads, but I definitely rated that like a 3.5 because I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the first 2 books. Wild Eyes is definitely my favorite out of them all, but Wildside wasn't as good. I just didn't feel the chemistry between Reese and Tabitha. I think Tabitha was her name. I don't know, I just didn't feel the chemistry. Then I read Fearless by Lauren Roberts, which is the final book in the trilogy. I'm so disappointed in this one. I posted a better review, a full review on my Goodreads. I will leave that link down below like I always do. But I'm just so disappointed in the way that it ended, honestly. I did not feel like I was reading a lot of like stuff happening. Some of the things that get revealed in it just made me feel really like grossed out, and I don't know. I didn't think this is where it was going. It didn't fulfill me. When I finished it, I was kind of like, what the heck did I just read? I was having such high expectations for this book, especially after Reckless was a bit of a letdown as well. But I don't think anything is going to compare to the first time I read Powerless ever, because that was such a slay. And then the last 2, even the Powerful, which is like the little novella, I don't know. And I think we're getting another novella, so I don't even know if I'm going to be reading that, honestly. Then for May and June, I actually listened to A War of Two Queens, which, period. I love the From Blood and Ash series so dang much that like every book I read is a 5 stars. I'm so invested at this point. All the characters mean something to me, and I feel so connected to all of them that like I think every book I read in this series, and even in the From Flesh and Fire series, is gonna slay for me every single time. I just love them so much. I just love all the characters. Like I love Poppy, I love Cass, I love Kieran. I love all of them, and I am loving the From Flesh and Fire now. I'm reading A Light in the Ember, I think, or An Ember in the Light, whatever, Ember in the Ashes. I have no clue, but I'm reading the 2nd book in the 2nd series, which they're like connected. So that's what I'm reading now, but 5 stars, loved it, so good. Then I listened to The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy, and I think I've talked about this before, but I've read the whole Off-Campus series and Briar U series so long ago, actually when I was in Ottawa for university, and I read all of those books like in like a week. They were just so good. Well, not a week, but I read them all and they were just so good. So reading the kind of like spin-off series now of their kids is so cool. This book is about Hannah and Garrett's daughter, and I don't know, I liked it. I thought it was good. It was a 3 stars for me, or a 3.5 stars, and nothing to write home about. Hockey romance, super cute, we love. Then I read The Perfect Marriage on my Kindle by Geneva Rose, and this book was actually so good. Apparently it's being made into a movie, and I think the movie is going to be so good. Well, I hope the movie's gonna be good because the story was so good and it's such a good like movie plot. I was not expecting the end. I was kind of flabbergasted at how it ended, and I was like not expecting that at all. For thrillers, I've typically been able to kind of guess the ending. This one, no, it literally blew me out of the water. Then I read Mile High, also on my Kindle, and I loved this book so much. I have heard a lot of people say that the first book in the Windy City series isn't something that they truly love compared to all the other ones. And if this book was so good for me, I feel like I'm gonna really like the rest of the series, so I'm excited to get to reading that. But I can't get to reading that until I read some books off my TBR. So I hopefully want to film a video of, or like a little reading vlog about me kind of reading some books off my TBR. So maybe do like a week mood reading off of my physical TBR, because girl, I've been reading so many books that have nothing to do with my physical TBR, and like I'm such a big mood reader, so I just pick up whatever book I feel at the moment and that's what I'm gonna read. And I felt no desire to read anything that's on my TBR, but I need to read the physical books I have because I cannot buy any more books from Indigo or anywhere unless it's like a special signed edition. I'm only allowing myself to do that if I don't actually have the book, because I have too many books that I have not read. I'm gonna count my TBR and I'm gonna put it here of how many books I have to read. So if you're interested in some reading vlog stuff, I'll probably post them here just because I feel like it's gonna hold me accountable to actually reading the books that are on my TBR. So there's that. So that's my reading wrap up and journal. I want to definitely get into more like junk journaling and putting more of like my memories in here as well. So maybe in the next reset video, or even like, I don't know, like a little video that we do some stuff, I can add some of my own photos and some of my own memories in here. I think that would be fun. I really want to fill up this book and make it like all thick, like how I see the other reading journals. Okay guys, it is currently July 7th and I have been filming this video for like literally a month now. And it needs to be finished. I need to actually reset instead of just saying I'm gonna reset and then not actually doing the reset. So we are kind of not on plan with what I wanted to do for this reset, but we're just gonna do things that I've been putting off and just trying to get some sort of working order in here. And the first mode of business is going through these drawers. I never fully organized them once I moved in here back in March. The only thing I did was like put everything where they kind of go and then left them there. So now we're gonna go through all the drawers and figure it out, because this sewing drawer, I bought this organizer from Michael's because my brother and I went there to get something and I was browsing as one does, and I found things I didn't actually go there for. But I got this organizer and I thought it would be really useful for the sewing drawer, so I can organize some of the hardware for the wristlets, some of the like zipper pulls, and just kind of get things out of plastic bags, because everything in here is in a plastic bag and it's driving me insane. So I am going to reorganize this drawer and I'll show you guys the before and after. Okay, so I finished the drawer. It looks so much more organized and honestly, I love it. And I can actually see what I have and not order things that I don't need because I have them, they're just in the back of the drawer. So the sewing drawer is done. Actually, no, I want to put these in here somewhere.
Museum gel.
I knew that I wanted to make a cleaning tracker for myself and my personal cleaning schedule, and I knew that I wanted something that was digital just because it's so much easier for me to keep everything in one place than have cleaning tracker that's a physical thing and then have my whole rest of my trackers and planners and databases on a digital version. So I decided to make myself a digital cleaning schedule on Notion. So I wanted to take you guys through that and show you what I created, how I'm using it, and maybe you can create your own similar to mine. So in my cleaning tracker, I have some different views, and basically what I do, or what I'm using, how I'm using this is I am going to input in all of the different cleaning tasks that I want to do and what is their frequency. So daily tasks, monthly tasks, quarterly tasks, and I categorize them based off of that. I also have a status of started, not started, and complete. I don't necessarily know how well I'm going to be with this one because I feel like I'm just going to become very accustomed to memorizing what I need to do every week, month, quarter, whatever. But it's there if I want to use it. I also have a date function and an area of the house too. This is just to further track the statistics. Again, will I necessarily always do this? No, but it's there if I want to use it because I love doing these reset videos and wrap up videos. So I feel like this would be something really cool to kind of just briefly go over, and just for me personally, I really love stats, data, analytics. So just having this makes cleaning a little bit more fun for me. And I already love cleaning to begin with, but I just feel like it makes it more fun. And I love being able to see my data and how many things I've actually done, how many things I didn't do, what's working, what's not working, if I need to change my routine based off of this tracker. I also added this time estimate section where I can say what kind of a task it is. If I have a very busy day and I set myself to declutter my entire closet, and that's going to take me 2 hours, I'm probably not going to do it that day, and I'm going to have to push it off to another day. So I like this because sometimes I get into these life slumps where I don't want to do anything, and I live by myself now and I have 2 cats, so I have to do most of the things that are on this list every day, every week, etc. So having quick tasks, medium tasks, long tasks are going to make my cleaning routine a little bit easier. And then I also have months so that I can, again, categorize these based off of every single month that I do them and see which quarterly tasks I'm doing every single month, or not every single month, but every single quarter. And again, it's just a way to filter and categorize these in the views that I'm going to show you. So I also have it organized by frequency, and this is probably going to be the view or section that I look at the most and that I have easily accessible for me every day, because it shows me every single task underneath every frequency. So for example, it shows bi-weekly: descale the kettle, clean the toaster oven, wipe the microwave, clean shower walls and floors, and mop the whole house. Then we have daily, which is make the bed, empty the dishwasher, wipe the kitchen countertops, etc. And it goes on and on and on like that. I really love this because I'm a very visual person, so the fact that they're all color-coded is just scratching my brain in the right way, but it's also very easy for me to see what things I should be doing. I will probably add things to this and make changes where needed, but I love this. I think it's going to help my cleaning routines be so much more efficient, and I'm not going to forget about things like cleaning the window trim, baseboards, Lysol wiping, handles and stuff. I want my house to be clean, but I tend to forget, especially the baseboards and the windows trim. I forget those things, but it genuinely makes a difference into how clean my house looks and feels. I don't like my house to feel dirty because then I feel dirty, and I don't like that. So I just thought this was fun and also a good way to make cleaning more of a routine and just make it more of a very good habit, especially those tiny cleaning things that you don't really think about. I also have a calendar view. Again, this is more for a wrap-up video where I will actually write down the tasks that I do and when I do them. Will I do that all the time? Not sure, but if I do, the calendar is going to look pretty full. It will also show me by status, so I can organize this based off of what I still need to do, what I've done, what I've skipped. And then monthly progress. This is just, again, another way to categorize what I do every single month. If you can't tell, I love categorizing stuff and seeing progress and just data analytics stats, okay? So that is my cleaning tracker. Thank you for joining me for this month-long reset video. I definitely need to keep a better handle on my reset stuff so that I actually don't spend an entire month resetting, and then by the end of the month I need to reset again. So thank you for spending this reset with me. I hope you guys learned some stuff and just enjoyed, honestly, the fun ride that it was resetting for a month. Thank you so much for being here, and if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all when I see you. Bye!